Good. So Mustang Club of America, you know, it's the largest organization of Mustang enthusiasts in the world. We have 21,000 members throughout the whole United States. So it is huge. And so wherever you go, wherever you travel, you're going to see a Mustang Club of America member. And, you know, they're so helpful. They try to assist you and give you advice on anything that you may need. You know, we have a board of directors. And by the way, I am running for board of directors again. And I'll get into that. But we have board of directors, and the board of directors have made a commitment to support all of the Mustang Club members, regardless of what Mustang they own or how involved they are in the hobby. We just want to support you guys. So we are always making you feel welcome. We always want to be responsible and prompt in getting back to you if you have a question or not. We always want to encourage fun and have fun like we're doing right now to make sure that we have fun with our Mustangs. And we also want to respect your point of view. You know, the Mustang in 1987, way back, I was starting to get involved with Mustangs. And I bought, my first Mustang was a 1965 Mustang. It was a fastback, it was black, it was a gorgeous car, and it had GT all over the place. And it was beautiful, a red stripe. It was really, really nice. So I had that car, and it was beautiful, and the paint job was unbelievable. So I started to take it to shows and stuff like that, and then people started to come up to the car, and they said, oh, it's not a real GT. What do you mean it's not a real GT? It's a V8, it says GT. That's not a real GT. Look at the code, look at that. It's not a real GT. It's not a real GT. Oh, I can't believe it. It's not a real GT. So I started to learn about codes and stuff like that, and I go, oh my God. So I got so upset, I went out and bought me a 1965 GT K-code, black with red interior. It was gorgeous. The car was just an MCA car, a judge car. And it was so beautiful and everything. And I went and I detailed the undercarriage and I did everything. This car was like unbelievable. But what happened? I couldn't drive the thing because it was so beautiful. I would put it on a trailer, take it to a show, unload it, you know, and then they would judge the car. They would take a point or two, which I would always dispute, and then I put it back on the trailer, and then I'd take it home, take it down, put it in the garage, cover it up, and that's how it was. And I said, I don't enjoy that at all, you know, so I wasn't happy about it. So anyway, one day I decided, well, I'm going to take this thing around the block, you know, this is enough. So I get in the car, I'm going around the block, I haven't driven this thing in rain or anything, and sure enough, what happened? Somebody's sprinklers were out there all over the place, and I go right through the sprinklers. Dirt, water, mud, all over the place. It took me an hour and a half to clean the undercarriage. But anyway, I learned a lot about the judging that they do and how critique you are. And if you join Mustang Club of America, you too can learn that. You can go to the website and it'll tell you all the judging and the criteria and stuff like that. And it helps if you're into the classic cars and stuff like that. So, all the MCA members, they have access to go to the Mustang Times, which, by the way, I want to pass out. Can somebody help me, Bob? Robbie, can you help me? So this is Mustang Times. I know that if you are a member, then you know all about it, but I just wanted to pass out this beautiful magazine that if you're a member, and I'll explain the different categories of membership that you have, you get one of these. Now, I want these back, by the way, so don't think that you're going to keep them. But, you know, members... So there's all kinds of information that are both in the magazine and also on the web page that you can go. So being a member of MCA is kind of really nice. You get a lot of people, they will get the little decal that goes on the windshield so that you get two of these to put on your car. Also, there's different types of membership, and I will get to the definition of the different types of membership that we have. But just to give you an overview, we have an associate member, we have a digital member, and we have a standard member. So we have three different types. Now, The digital and the standard members, they can receive X-Plan price planning, Ford planning, X-Plan price. So what happens is that that in itself is key. It's really good. Because if you were to buy a car, although in today's market it's really, really, really tough. Because today's market, we were just talking about people are buying cars for $10,000 over a window. Over a window. In fact, I was telling them a story that, I'm still involved with a dealership in California. And I had a customer that called me up and wanted to buy a Mustang E. And he says, Frank, you selling a Mustang E, you have it, it's a premium car, how much are you selling it for? So I gave him the price and it was $10,000 over window. That's because management, that's what they're telling me I am. So I told him that, Frank, I'm a long-time member, customer, and you're charging me that much, I can't believe it. So he says, oh, okay, I'll skip on it. Okay, no problem, I'm sorry. So a couple of days later, he calls me up. And he says, Frank, I can't find that car anyplace. I'll pay the $10,000 if that's the best you can do for me. I said, okay, let me check and see if we have the car still. I go into the computer to check, and we sold the car for $11,500 over window. And so he says, oh my God. I said, see, I told you I was giving you a deal. But today's market, it's really tough. But X-Plan price, what that is it's about $200 over invoice. It's roughly what it is. And so being a Mustang Club of America member, you get that. And it's on the invoice, and the dealership honors that. In normal circumstances, they would honor that. So that's a big savings. So also, for that, you also have to be a member for over 90 days in order to get that. Because in the old days, what people were doing, they were saying, oh, I'm going to go buy a Mustang next week. Oh, let me sign up to be a Mustang Club of America. Then I can get the 10%, I can get the X-Plan price, and I could save that. So now what they decided to do is you have to be at least 90 days, you have to be an MCA member. So you also get available the judging sheets, the rules, and all that type of stuff, so that it helps you in restoring a car. And that's the real good part. When you're restoring a car, especially if it's an old car, you get to learn a lot by some of the rules and guidance and instructions that they have. And a lot of people can become judges. Like I said, I was back in 1987 doing that. I became a judge. How many times I had to crawl underneath the car to double check if they had this tape, that tape, if they had the right markings and all kinds of stuff like that. Has anybody here gone to an MCA show? Okay, you've been to a show, okay, and you see how they are, how critiqued, and how it is. So the other thing I wanted to say was in the Mustang Times, you can have articles. In fact, I want to show you one of my cars that I used to have. I sold it on auction. But that was Centerfold. Some of you may remember I called it Casper. And that was the name that I gave it. It was Casper. I mean, all my cars, whether it's Lady in Red or Pumpkin or Nasty or Nasty's the Cobra. And so I kind of named all of them. And so this was a neat article. But you get to do that. You get to put your car in there, and it adds value, because if you're selling your car and you say, yeah, it's featured on a magazine, and so that's good. And it all depends what car. It doesn't have to be something special. It could be like your car. If they don't make a lot of them, then that's pretty cool. So anyway, you can submit articles. You can submit photos. Like sometimes we have a car show. We're trying to become an MCA regional club. We're new, but we're going to be working towards that. We already have how many members? We have 110 members, and we have like 26 or so that are 26 or 27 that are MCA. So we're going to try and do that. So let me tell you about the membership, the different memberships. We have a member full. Let me see. The members are a full member. He gets the hard copy like you have in front of you. You get it mailed to your home every month. Then there is the digital member. He doesn't get the hard copy, but he gets a soft copy that he can go and read it. In fact, Howie read this month's magazine, he already read it. When I was showing it to him, he says, yeah, I already read it. I read it on the computer. He was showing off, but anyway. So then we have, as I mentioned, the full and digital members. They can also run for the board. There's a board of directors. So I want to show some. This is it here. The differences between the different associate member, digital member, and standard member. So you can see up there, all the members, they receive a card, a membership card. All three of them do. Members, they have the benefit of getting the X-Plan price from a dealership. All of them do. They can enter any MCA show. All of them can do that. The website access, all of them have access to that. Can they vote for an MCA election? Only the digital and the standard can do that. Then, can they run for an MCA national regional office? No, only the digital and standard members can do that. Also, do they get the digital Mustang Times? Both the digital and the standard gets that. And then Mustang Times subscription, the standard member is the only one that they can get that. And then you have the different memberships there, from $25 to $35 to $50. But I tell you, if you're getting that magazine that's in front of you every month in the mail, and by the way, a lot of people like to sneak it, like the mailman and stuff. So what they do is they put it in plastic, so you can't see it at all, and it's nice and sealed up. So imagine if you were to get that magazine in itself for 12 months is worth $50. So it's a good deal to do that. In those magazines, if you're not a member of MCA, we put an application in there so that you can actually see what you have. The other thing that I want to mention is MCA is really close with Mecum Auction. And in the old days, we used to get free passes to the Mecum Auction. But it was too much because, again, we have 22,000 members. So imagine they were using $200 is what a pass cost. So they were losing a lot of money. So what they decided to do is to give it for $100. So the pass is $200. We get it for $100 a pass. And a pass includes 2 people. So you could do you and your spouse, or you and your friend can go in and get a registered bidder's pass. Now that's a bidder's pass, so that you can buy a car there or bid on a car or something like that. If you don't want to bid on a car or something, it's general admission, probably about $20 or something, $25. So that's what we have there. Harold Champion is a regional. He's a regional. What do you call yourself? I'm a national director. You're a regional director for MCA. So again, I have business cards here that say my title and so forth. I'm running for my 4th time. So for those of you that are MCA that can vote, please vote for me. Okay? I'm asking for your vote. It's really cool to represent Bay Area Mustang folks. Oh, yeah, so this up here was, look at that cool picture of me. Wow, look at that. Woo. Anyway, so this is my business card right there, MCA, regional, MC. And I could have gone way back. What happened was I stopped being an MCA member, and then I came back and I joined it again. But anyway, that's it. And you were saying what? Oh, it says up there August magazine, which August magazine is around here. It's not. It's going to be, they changed it to September. So when you see the September one, you'll see, and please vote for me. Any questions on MCA? Any questions? Harold, did I miss anything?
The only one thing that being a member, you can submit your Mustang in my Mustang column in the magazine.
That you can, yeah.
Yeah, like yours was, as an individual member, you might not get a centerfold, but you might get a page and a half, somewhere in the magazine.
Yeah, you can submit it in the magazine, so that is true. Any other questions? How long did I take? Look at that.
14 minutes, 31 seconds.
Wow, is that awesome? Should I continue to talk so I can round it off to 15? No? Okay.
Terminating in
Questions?
5,
Anybody?
4,
Questions? Anything?
3, 2, 1.
Okay.